Okay, this is one of Saturday's projects, and I know it does not look like a Christmas card, but it is in disguise. Popping in to say Merry Christmas. And really, I think this would be perfect card to give a gift card to the movie theaters, but I just didn't have that on me. So, and it has a little pocket for a gift card. And then no one's better than you. Isn't that so cute? But if you want to make it a birthday card instead, I have both Happy Birthday and Merry Christmas mounted, or you could just leave it blank. And on the front, I'm going to show you how we changed it. The stamp originally says Poppin' in to say hello, and I just didn't ink the hello part and did the little ellipses with a marker. But if you don't know what occasion you want this for, you could just say Poppin' in to say hello and leave it blank on the inside. I wasn't sure I loved that popcorn on the background, so you don't have to do that. This paper, really interestingly, is a floral paper, but on the back side it has black and white and stripes, which is very handy. Okay, so you are gonna have to die cut a little bit on this card. So you will stamp, I've already stamped the yellow popcorn because we're gonna cut, you're gonna need yellow and red, and then you put the red on top. So let's make sure we don't stamp on pieces that actually go to your card. So this is gonna be your background. This is gonna be the Poppin' in to say, this is the no one's better than you. So these pieces, wait, let's see. Okay, that goes on the inside of your card, although it does not look like the right size. I hope I didn't cut them all wrong. If I did, it still fits. It just is not as big as it looks in that picture. But at this point they are cut, and you can come up, cut yourself a new one if you want. Oops, a daisy on that one for me. Okay, then let me show you the stamping, die cutting, and assembly part. Well, let me show you assembly first in case the rest is like intuitive to you. Okay, this black piece has adhesive on the back. That's what we're gonna cut the popcorn glasses and feet if you want them, okay? So this is just cut like a regular thing, right? Then this has 2 score lines in it also, okay? So you're going to want to seal up the sides here. That's your pocket. And at first I was trying to make it so it could fit in that way. It's just not going to fit that way. You're going to just have to put it this direction, okay? You could use glue or some really narrow tear tape, which I don't have on me right now. So we're going to do glue. The glue you just have to hold down a little longer. Okay. Oh shoot. It's okay. We can fix it. You need this to bend the opposite direction that your pocket's bending. Okay. So now we're going to put adhesive on this top layer and close the card, and that's going to make it slide. Now, if you don't have a really strong adhesive like Seal Plus, you're gonna want tear tape. So I can see I need to bring tear tape to this station. I will grab some when I finish this video. Okay, so that's just right there. I hope this works. I hope I'm remembering this correctly. Yeah. You're gonna butt it up to this score line. Make sure it's equal on both sides, and just bring that down and close it, okay? Then when you open it, this is gonna slide. I mean, it's just flying in the air right now because we don't have anything to anchor it down. Now, I'm hoping all of these are cut right, guys. Okay, that one is. It's really just this piece right here, but it's fine. It works. It works. Okay, so now you gotta close this. Now this is where I once pulled this out to do something and I ripped it, and then it was hard for me to get it back. I almost would say don't do glue all the way up, just do it a little bit at the bottom. But make sure you've done everything you want to do to this first, because once it closes, I'm going to just go ahead and put this together. I was really trying to make my video shorter this time, but I kind of did 2 long projects on the same day. I mean, they're a little bit more involved, okay? So that's down. I'm trying to grab my stamps. No one's better than you. This is the perfect gift for my son. He loves to go to the movies and he loves popcorn, and so totally giving this to him. Okay, then we trim. Well, let me tape it first and see how long I want it. Okay, and just trim it a little bit. Oh, I trimmed it more than I wanted. Oh wow, that looks lopsided. And I'm going to just have to let it go because I am trying to make this video not too long. Sorry, I'm struggling with this adhesive. Okay, so there's that. We can add this part later. Now, because I don't know what became of all my tear tape, I'm gonna just do it at this, not all the way up, because I think it gets a little stuck if it's too high. I don't know. I'm just throwing out guesses of why I had a problem once it came out. I mean, I'd opened and closed it like 30 times, and then something went wrong. So I'm trying to help that not happen. Okay, I think this is going to be fine though. We've let it dry. It's going to hold it in place, but it's not so tight up the top. That's what I think happened. It was so tight up here that I couldn't move it. Yep, that's what happens. So don't glue it all the way up to the top. Just put a little at the bottom, because then it will slide in and out more easily. That's what I'm finding. Hopefully, don't let this get caught there. Okay, and then let's talk about our popcorn on the front. Okay, so on this paper, you need to fit, and I think I had a sample there, you need to fit this little yellow popcorn, because that's what we're putting there, and then our little guy in red. So let me do that. I'm actually gonna stop. Well, I'm just trying to make this a little shorter. I'm going to stamp those, and then we're going to frame them and die cut both the popcorn and the bucket of popcorn. On your little black piece, you're going to want to die cut these little shoes and these 3D glasses. And just look, because some of them, the adhesive may not go all the way to the one end, and try to get it as close to the end that has it. So I'm going to stop and do both of those things. I haven't die cut yet. I wanted to show you with the dies. That one's pretty clear, going to go on there. This, even though we're actually going to cut off those little butter squirt things, so I may have this set aside specifically for you, but if not, it's this one. I mean, you guys probably could have figured that out. And just, well, I think it's this one. Now I'm having a hard time. There we go. Frame it like that and die cut. And then I also wanted to show you, while I'm thinking of it, I think on this one I'm just going to do the say hello and leave it blank, not put a greeting at the top. But if you wanted to do Poppin in to say Merry Christmas like I have there, then I've already got hello on here, so I need to clean this off and make sure no ink is coming off on this. And then this would be like on a different one I showed you. where you can either use washi tape, or I'm gonna just use a Post-it to block that hello. And then the problem is the washi tape sticks on a little better. Let me do that, but you gotta just be careful when you pull it off not to get ink all over you. I'm not doing the whole word because I'll just be careful not to get that part in. And then I peel this off to throw away. And then it just says pop it into say, except I did a bad job with that. Good thing we have a marker here to fix things. But really the marker's there so you can do the little dot, dot, dot thing and then open it to say Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday, whatever you want, okay? Now I'm gonna pause again and I'm gonna go die cut. These are the things you have to die cut at this table. You gotta die cut your popcorn and your glasses. Now also die cut this. You're only gonna just have a little part of it, but die cut the top and then we'll fussy cut in the middle, okay? Okay, so I just did my die cutting. And like I said, you're gonna want to cut a yellow and a red one of these. And I already stamped the yellow so that you didn't have to be going back and forth in ink colors. And then you're just gonna come along and cut right above that popcorn line, like so. You throw that piece away. And then we'll just cover the red popcorn with glue and lay this on top. And that's how you get your two colors. And then your little, you could just stop at that if you wanted to, or we're gonna add our glasses. These are some tiny little pieces of paper we're working with here. Okay, get those all back on the magnetic sheet. And then you get to peel this off, but then you don't have to glue. You gotta peel it off, which is tricky, but then it should just be sticky enough. You can just stick it right on. And I'm trying to think, I did not put dimensionals under, oh, I just lost a foot, darn it. I did not put dimensionals under the feet, but I don't think I used adhesive, so you might have to be a little careful of that, or maybe it's fine. Anyway, you peel those off. I'm gonna hopefully be able to find the one that just went flying in my room, and stick them on the little guy. And then you stamp this background with the other pop. I mean, it really doesn't matter. You can use either one. The other popcorn, add some black pop words around. Be careful with this because it's a cling mount that you don't get your edges like that. I obviously purposely rocked it, but if you don't rock it, it should be fine. And we'll put that flat, and then we pop our little guy up once I find his other shoe. And then that's your card. Now see, this one's getting stuck even though I do have it down. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, good luck.